All right, so we just got our new shipment of Skyview gear, which I'm really excited about. This is something that I've wanted to do for a while. So you'll see on these sweatshirts and our shirts, it says Kingdom Work, which is one of our core values here at Skyview. So I just kind of want to spend some time talking a little bit about that, about what that means, and kind of how that fuels what we do here at Skyview Detroit. So Kingdom Work is one of our core values, but really if you kind of just strip everything away, it's kind of just at the core of who we are and my life personally and what we're trying to do here with Skyview Detroit. So just a little bit kind of my personal testimony. For most of my life, I remember up, through my childhood and certainly into, as a young adult, I always wanted to be the best. I loved winning. I loved competing, and I loved being the best. And a lot of that kind of fueled what I sought after, and a lot of my motivations for everything that I did. So I remember, like 3 or 4 years ago now, I was out on a run, and this is often where I'll just kind of take some time to pray and to think and just kind of ponder things. And the Spirit spoke to me, and I remember thinking of how much time and energy I sort of wasted in my life thinking about what other people thought about me. Oftentimes what strangers would think about me. And I remember sort of the conviction of this idea that I had fashioned my life to receive the praise of man. And that hit me, to my core. And then in the quiet moment, I remember the Spirit saying, what would it look like to seek praise from me? And that just kind of wrecked me. The Lord brought to mind the parable of the talents in Matthew, where Jesus is sharing this story. It's about this rich young ruler who leaves and goes on a trip. But before he does, he gives 3 different servants different amounts of money. And then he leaves. And the first 2, they take that which they were given and they work and they multiply. And then when the ruler comes back, they present their gain to him. And he says to them, well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over little. Come and enter into the joy of your master. And that, that whole idea of, God gives each of us different blessings, different skills, and different talents. And he expects us to work, and he expects us to multiply. But then at the end, when we meet him face to face, I was just wrecked by that idea of I want that. I want God to say to me, Trevor, well done with what I've given you. And from that moment on, I really tried hard to kind of shift my mindset on not seeking man's praise, but seeking God's praise. And so we've tried really hard with Skyview to surrender this business to God. And so this whole idea of kingdom work is we're going to work. We're going to work hard, and we're going to try to multiply, and we're going to try to grow, but not for our gain, but for the kingdom. And so that's just a little bit about who we are and why we do what we do. We strive for excellence. We want to grow. We want to touch more lives. We want to hire more people so that we can bless more people, have a greater impact for the kingdom of God.